two factors that could play a role in today's outcome are one, rest, and two, the heat. Both teams played Friday, but Northwestern had an extra 20 minutes added to their time. Gopher Athletics was proud to celebrate National Girls and Women in Sports Day this past weekend. The Gophers defeated the Falcons 67-50, and I'm here with Minnesota's leading scorer for the night, Kenesha Bell. Now, Kenesha, you guys came out with some fire during that second half. What was the message from Coach Whalen in the locker room? We talked a lot about energy over the phone. It's a loud venue here. How do you think your players are handling this environment?
Not well, but we're starting 500 classmen.
Ethan Lezak started things off with the pin. You follow with the pin. How critical was it to start off on a good note? First goal, career goal, and it's a game winner. Walk us through that connection between you and Megan Gray.
It's just awesome because we got to train over the summer together.
I spoke with the Maryland team official, and he said this team wants to wrestle loose, so they'll constantly be moving out on the mat. And looking ahead, you guys head to St. John's on Tuesday, and then over to Rutgers for a 3-game series. So what are you guys going to work on between now and then to have a successful week?
In a state with no shortage of frozen lakes, a blue and white wave has started to melt the ice.
When I was growing up, there was no NWHL and there was no professional league for me to aspire to be in.
Netminder Amanda Levier is one of 25 women on the Minnesota Whitecaps roster, the 5th team to join the National Women's Hockey League.
When I first found out they were joining the NWHL, I was pretty excited for just girls hockey in general.
Rhonda Engelhart played for the Whitecaps between 2004 and 2006, but now you can call her coach.
I realized I think it's important to have a female lead a group of women that are trying to pave the way to create more opportunities for females.
Growing up, people never thought a girl could be as good as a boy, and people don't believe that girls can play at a high level.
We get to have professional hockey as something that young hockey players can kind of aspire to.
Stepping out on the ice on our first home game, it was amazing.
I'm so honored that anyone would make a sign or would come and cheer me on.
It even exceeded our expectations. The fans were so loud, the kids were going crazy. They just were so excited to see us play, to tap our hands on the way out.
And the adults? They're just as excited.
I am just so excited that women get a chance to play hockey after college.
I've been a fan of the Whitecaps for a couple of years. They've got some of my favorite players, including Hannah Brandt, and I'm so happy we have Amanda Levier now because I didn't like her when she played for the Buttes.
With only 2 games left of the season, the team has set their sights on something bigger.
My hope for this team is obviously to have a successful season. I think it'd be great to come out on top at the end of the year, but I think even more importantly to continue to grow the game in the state and in the country, and just to, I guess, hopefully be able to get as many little girls into our games as possible.
I just hope it continues to grow and more girls take an interest in it and hope to play in this league one day.
In St. Paul, I'm Jessica Hart. Minnesota has been ranked as one of the safest and happiest states in the U.S., but the state isn't immune to gun violence.
My son was shot 5 times. My son had a bullet lodged in his 9th vertebrae right now.
John Thompson, a community activist, couldn't rely on a church to be safe for his son, DeMarco.
My son was shot at a funeral in front of a church. I ran every red light from Minneapolis to St. Paul. And like I say, I didn't see my son as a young adult. I saw this little baby on my chest. And I'm trying to hurry up before he take his last breath.
The National Center for Victims of Crime reports Black youth are 5 times more likely to be victims of homicide. For African Americans between the ages 15 through 24, homicide is the leading cause of death.
Gun violence in our community has to stop, and we as a community have to be the folks that bring that about.
Diane Binns, president of the NAACP in St. Paul, says the community needs to become one.
The first thing that we have to do is be able to teach the members of our community that we are one again.
You can't spell community without unity, so the community gonna have to unite.
Unite and rebuild what gun violence has torn. Jessica Hart, University News.